I'm gonna use this saying because I really feel like it applies to this really well. The Thera75 is like a face only a mother could love. Recently in the past couple of videos, I've been getting a lot of comments on certain 3 boards, especially on the QK75 build I did. What about the Thera75 versus the QK75? Which one would you pick? What about the Zoom TKL? In your opinion, which one would you pick out of these 3? And here we are. I'm excited to make this video. I am privileged to have all 3 of these in front of me, so I want to be able to give you, if you are interested in these 3, more information on them. So here we are. Now, I do want to get this out of the way now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about just spilling facts to you. I mean, I don't even write scripts for my videos anymore because I don't feel like it's genuine anymore. It's just me. People that make the scripts are really knowledgeable. They do really good, and I'm just not one of those people. I'm a regular guy. I'm just gonna talk and tell you how it is. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this going. So clearly, I mean, you have the Zoom TKL, the QK75, and then the Thera75. Now, if you're looking for this video for like layout or something, I mean, clearly we have 2 75s and then 1 TKL. So if you need a TKL, the Zoom is there for you. But the reason why I'm doing a video with all 3 instead of just like the 2 75s is because they're all 3 pretty new and coming out at the same time. And they're all really reasonably priced. In terms of just having them all 3 in front of me and just having them knowing how they are and building with all of them and making different videos of each one of them. The Zoom TKL, at least as far as like the finish, it has a little bit of a texture. It's not as smooth compared to the QK75 or the Thera75. I don't take that as me crapping on the board or something. These boards are all boards that I would recommend you buy. Like if you had an opportunity to buy them, like they're good. Like I was saying, for the Zoom, it has a little bit more of a lower profile in a way. You can see from the side profile compared to the QK75 and the Thera75, about the same thickness with that little bit of an edge at the front, that little goes down part, which looks pretty cool, makes it more unique. As well, you have the back RGB part, which that's the only one that has the side RGB. And they did do a pretty good job at it. But speaking of the Thera75, it is more, I would say, more rounded, and it is really smooth. In terms of the actual texture of the board, I mean, it's really smooth. I mean, they all feel really high quality. Just this one and the QK75 feel a little bit better in my opinion. In terms of weight, I wish I had the full weight on these. I know, I'm very disappointed in myself that I don't have a scale either. I will say the Thera75 is lighter than the both of these. Both of these feel pretty the same. If anything, the QK75 feels heavier. You wouldn't think that because it is the smallest board here. Now moving towards the QK75, once again, it's not as rounded, and I don't know, man, it has a look to it that just, it does have rounded corners, but it's not as aggressive and as rounded as the other 2 options. From the side profile, you can tell that it is pretty similar to the Thera75. Thera75 is just more rounded. As for the bezels look really good on the Thera. I'm more of a thicker bezel type of guy. As far as it goes for that, it looks pretty good. Now, in terms of the actual usability of them, I'm not gonna really talk about it when it comes to this, but you do have the option of knobs or badges for the top right-hand corner for both of the 75 boards. Both of them have their included knobs, or you can do badges. Like you see on the QK75, I have this little magnet thing, which I feel like is a lot more easy to use than the Thera75 one, which you would have to like unbuild and like unscrew. And it's a little bit more of a hassle if you have like more than 1 badge. The QK75 is better. Now the knob part, the Thera75 is very unique. Got a little pirate ship. This is something I do want to mention here. I'm gonna use this saying because I really feel like it applies to this really well. The Thera75 is like a face only a mother could love. Now I don't mean that in a bad way by any means, but it is very niche in an already niche thing. Like custom keyboards, like, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't go this far to have a really nice high-end custom keyboard. They usually either just go whatever's on the shelf or they do a budget board, which nothing's wrong with that. But this one, in terms of like looks, it's a little bit different than both of these. I would say the Zoom TKL and the QK75 are more modern and minimal, while the Thera75 goes its own lane and is more unique. Now in terms of the badge on the back, it's different. There are many options, just like both of these boards, but once again, it's a little bit niche. It's not like the other ones where it's like kind of can appeal to everything. But this one, it has a backstory. The whole keyboard has a little bit of a story And if you like that type of thing, then here you are. I mean, the Thera75 board is, once again, a really nice board. I just think it's more niche than anything. But if you are looking for a unique board, I mean, dude, come on. As for the QK75 and the Zoom TKL, it's a lot more general. It's made, in my opinion, more for the public. In my eyes, I see it as that the QK75 with that simple badge on the back that goes all the way from one side to the other, kind of looks like other keyboards in the past. Like those boards are like really high end. And this one is a high end board, but not the high end price. Same thing with all these here. I'm just letting that be known. Especially the Zoom TKL, how it has that whole mirror gradient thing, and also the extra add-ons of the carbon fiber like you see here. The gradient ones, dude, like really insane for that comes. I've said it so many times with this price point, and it's there on the back. It looks so good. So like I was saying, the Thera75 is a little bit niche. The other two speak more to the public, but all three of these boards have their different add-ons that you can have for the back and different stuff like that, especially the knobs for the 75. Now, speaking of all that, everything that you would get in the kit is pretty much the same. You get a nice looking keyboard case for them. You get your own foam. You get the PCB, either hot swap or soldered. You get all this stuff. Now, I will say the Thera75 did have that little note card piece. I don't have it with me, but that was pretty cool, like an instruction guide. Besides that, everything is the same. So I'm not gonna be talking about it. Of actually building the keyboards, as far as ease, the QK75 and the Zoom TKL were by far the easiest, because I would say the Thera75 did have, for some reason, it's not like it was hard, but it was a bit more. QK75 felt like it took me like 5 minutes, and the Zoom TKL took me a little bit longer than that, but still was really easy. So in terms of building this, QK75 wins in my book. Now, for usability wise, you have more options with the Thera75. So if you wanted to go plateless or anything like that, this might be something you want to look into. But I just wanted to throw that out there, that there's options here for you. Is one better than the other? No, I guess. I mean, I guess a little. It just depends who you are. Now, I know I didn't mention everything, right? There's clearly, I mean, they're keyboards. You know what I mean? They're good looking keyboards. They're really good quality. They're just really nice keyboards. Did I mention everything about them? Probably not. I know there's going to be something I'm missing, but I got the gist. I mean, just looking at them once again, they're really good. You will be happy getting any three of these. Now, as for the price, the Zoom TKL comes in at $180 for the unbuilt version. And for the AE, it's around $205 to $200. That's a really good price. Like the AE, especially having like pretty decent keycaps, and then as well as some good switches for a little bit more money, and even just getting the 180 like base version is such a good price. As for the Thera75, it comes in at $270, so it is a little bit pricey. But hey, I mean, I don't think that's a deal breaker. I mean, look, you're getting something really good, and plus it is a little bit niche. So I mean, if you like it, then you like it. Get it, and it's not going to be like $400 or $500. For the QK75, it is $180 as well. So that puts the Zoom TKL and the QK75 in its own thing. I'm going to say this now. The Thera75 is a really good board, but in terms of having the Zoom TKL and the QK75 in front of me, I can't not say that I would rather pick these over that one. It's not a bad board, dude, okay? It's just something about these two. The QK75 especially, I really can't get over how good this QK75 is. What I'm talking about is the ability that this thing has with sound. You get any switch, right? And it can sound good in here. Like even switches you'll be like, oh, dude, that's gonna sound bad. You put it in, you're like, that ain't too bad. It just has a way of making almost every switch sound good. Now that's just been me. Now some of the people may have other opinions. I'm just saying, for me, so far, I haven't found a bad switch and been like, yeah, that sounds terrible. But for the Thera75, I definitely have. It either needs to be a heavier tactile or just a heavier linear switch in general. Because if it's not, it sounds a little bit too thin. I feel like I have to treat it like it's a budget board almost. I feel like I have to, like I want to tape mod it. Now, are there good sound tests of this? Yes, you can find so many good sound tests. Keycaps, different plates, different mounting styles, so many different options. Now for the Zoom TKL, I would say it's in the middle, but closer to the value of the QK75. It's good. It really is. Like the look of it, whew. Sound of them, really good. Make the sound pretty good. Like the amount of foam you can put in there and kind of mess with it. Usually whatever switch you put into it, you're probably gonna sound pretty good. Now, is it on the level of the QK75 in my opinion? No, I still think that it's a little bit behind, but QK75 is my choice. I can't get over how good this thing is. Plus those stabs. But if you are looking for something that's a little bit more like niche, like I said, I think this would be great. They're all three amazing quality. Once again, you can buy any of these three and be happy. But yeah, that is my little review. I did this like literally all in one take. So sorry if I missed anything. I just kind of wanted to get that out there and just talk to you about which one I thought was better. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. I had a great time with this. Hopefully you did too. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.